Good day or evening, dear participants. In this second lecture of Module 4, we are going to focus on the collection of data to identify students' diverse needs. My name is Rachel. I am the facilitator of this lecture, assisting Mr. Maurice Nkusi. Let us first introduce this lecture. In the field of education, understanding and addressing the diverse needs of students is paramount to fostering an inclusive and effective learning environment. This process begins with the critical step of gathering comprehensive data on the various aspects that influence student learning. By employing a range of data collection methods, educators can uncover insights into students' academic abilities, learning styles, socio-emotional development, and cultural backgrounds according to Smith and Jones, 2020. There are several effective data collection methods that educators can employ. Formal assessments, such as standardized tests, provide quantifiable data on students' academic performance and areas of proficiency or difficulty according to Brown, 2018. Surveys and questionnaires distributed to students and other stakeholders can reveal insights into students' learning preferences, personal interests, and home environments, which may influence their educational experiences, according to Williams and Taylor, 2021. Classroom observations allow teachers to gather real-time information on student interactions, behaviors, and engagement levels. Smith and Jones, 2020. The information collected provides a nuanced picture of each student's unique profile, enabling educators to tailor their teaching strategies and support systems accordingly, according to Johnson, 2019. A data-driven approach to education ensures that instruction is tailored to meet the diverse needs of all students, fostering an environment where every learner has the opportunity to succeed. In doing so, no student is left behind, and that they all receive the personalized attention and resources they need to succeed. This approach not only improves academic outcomes, but also promotes equity and inclusion within the classroom, recognizing and valuing the unique backgrounds and capabilities of each student, according to Williams and Taylor, 2021. Let us identify the techniques that may assist academics to identify students' needs, including their learning styles, characters, and habits. How to identify students' strengths and weaknesses. As we mentioned earlier, there are several tools that academics can use to identify students' strengths and weaknesses effectively. By combining the following various data sources, academics can develop a comprehensive view of each student, allowing them to customize their teaching strategies and support systems. Some of them are, but the list is not exhaustive. 1. Formal assessments, such as tests, and also other activities in the form of diagnostic assessment, Brown, 2018. 2. Surveys and questionnaires distributed to students can provide valuable insights into students' personal interests and home environments, Williams and Taylor, 2021. 3. Classroom observations allow teachers to gather real-time information on student interactions, behaviors, and engagement levels, Smith and Jones, 2020. 4. Interviews with students offer a more personal and detailed understanding of their needs, aspirations, and challenges, Brown, 2018. By combining these various data sources, educators can develop a comprehensive view of each student, allowing them to customize their teaching strategies and support systems to better address individual needs, Johnson, 2019. Click here to download a sample questionnaire that academics can use to identify strengths and weaknesses of the students. How to identify students. Learning preferences and styles. Understanding and identifying students' learning preferences and styles is pivotal in creating a dynamic and effective educational experience. Each student is unique, with their own way of processing information and engaging with the material. By recognizing and catering to these individual differences, academics can enhance the learning environment, promote better academic outcomes, and foster a more inclusive classroom atmosphere. Therefore, identifying students' learning preferences and styles is not just a pedagogical strategy, it is also a commitment to recognizing and nurturing the unique potential of each student. By embracing this approach, educators can create a more engaging, effective, and inclusive learning environment that supports every student's academic and personal development. Ultimately, this leads to a richer educational experience and prepares students for success in their future endeavors. Below are some attributes of identifying students' learning preferences and styles to be applied in your learning facilitation. Personalized learning experience. Identifying students' learning preferences allows educators to tailor their teaching methods to meet individual needs. Whether a student is a visual, auditory, kinesthetic, or reading-writing learner, adapting instructional strategies helps ensure that each student can grasp concepts more effectively. Personalized learning not only keeps students engaged, but also helps them retain information better, leading to improved performance. Enhanced student engagement. When students' preferred learning styles are acknowledged, they are more likely to participate actively in class. Engaged students are more motivated to learn, which can translate into better attendance, higher grades, and a more positive attitude towards school. By creating opportunities that align with their interests and strengths, educators can make learning a more enjoyable and meaningful experience. Improved academic outcomes research indicates that students who learn through their preferred styles tend to achieve higher academic success. By using varied instructional approaches that cater to different learning styles, educators can help students understand and master the curriculum more effectively. This approach minimizes frustration and maximizes each student's potential, leading to better test scores and a deeper understanding of the subject matter. Inclusive classroom environment. Acknowledging diverse learning preferences fosters an inclusive environment where all students feel valued and supported. This approach encourages a sense of belonging and respect among classmates, as everyone recognizes and appreciates each other's unique ways of learning. An inclusive classroom nurtures collaboration and empathy, essential qualities for personal and academic growth. Development of critical thinking skills. By exposing students to various teaching methods, educators can help them develop critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Students learn to approach problems from different angles and adapt to new learning situations. This flexibility prepares them for future academic challenges and real-world scenarios, equipping them with essential skills for lifelong learning. Identification of learning gaps. Understanding learning preferences also helps educators identify and address learning gaps. By recognizing which students struggle with specific approaches, teachers can provide targeted support and interventions. This proactive strategy ensures that no student is left behind and that everyone has the opportunity to succeed. Empowerment and self-awareness. When students understand their learning styles, they become more self-aware and take ownership of their education. This empowerment encourages them to seek out resources and strategies that work best for them, fostering independence and confidence. Self-aware students are better equipped to advocate for their needs and navigate their educational journey successfully. Sample instrument to identify student learning preferences and learning styles. Kolb's Learning Style Questionnaire located the CEOPA site. Kolb Questionnaire Final. This questionnaire is designed to find out your preferred learning styles as an adult. Over the years, you have probably developed learning habits that help you benefit more from some experiences than from others. You may be unaware of this, and this questionnaire will help you pinpoint your learning preferences and share them with the other community facilitators. This questionnaire will probably take you about 10 minutes to complete. The accuracy of your results depends on how honest you are. There are no right or wrong answers. If you agree more than you disagree with a statement, place a tick in the box to the left of the question. If you disagree more than you agree, leave the box blank. If you find yourself wondering which situation to think of when answering a question, just think about how you are when you are working with people. Go with your first gut reaction instead of overthinking your response. The questionnaire has 75 questions easy to answer. Below is just few of them. Sample first instrument. The questions are the following. 1. I have strong beliefs about what is right and wrong, good and bad. 2. I often act without considering the possible consequences. 3. I tend to solve problems using a step-by-step approach. 4. I believe that formal procedures and policies restrict people. 5. I have a reputation for saying what I think, simply and directly. 6. I often find that actions based on feelings are as sound as those based on careful thought and analysis. 7. I like the sort of work where I have time for thorough preparation and implementation. Second instrument, web-based with comprehensive feedback. Use the following online index of learning styles questionnaire developed by Richard M. Felder and Barbara A. Solomon from North Carolina State University. This instrument is located at https://learningstyles.webtools.ncsu.edu/. As an example, a certain John Cazovio took the survey and the outcomes are shown in the following graph. The interpretation of the results is as follows. What do John Cazovio results mean? According to the model on which the ILS is based, there are 4 dimensions of learning style, with each dimension having 2 opposite categories, such as active and reflective. The reported score for a dimension indicates your preference for one category or the other. If your score for a dimension is 1 or 3, you are fairly well balanced on the 2 categories of that dimension, with only a mild preference for one or the other. If your score for a dimension is 5 or 7, you have a moderate preference for one category of that dimension. You may learn less easily in an environment that fails to address that preference at least some of the time than you would in a more balanced environment. If your score for a dimension is 9 or 11, you have a strong preference for one category of that dimension. You may have difficulty learning in an environment that fails to address that preference at least some of the time. After taking the survey, users are suggested to print this page, so that when they look at the explanations of the different dimensions, they will have a record of their preferences. The survey provides a warning that, when you close the page, the information cannot be retrieved. For explanations of the dimensions and implications of your preferences, click here. For more information about learning styles and the index of learning styles, click here. Let us reflect. This lecture emphasizes the importance of gathering comprehensive data on students' diverse needs using various methods to tailor education strategies. It highlights how this approach fosters an inclusive learning environment, improves academic outcomes, and promotes critical thinking skills among students. At this stage, what questions should we start asking ourselves? What comes to my immediate thinking is 1. From what you learned in this lecture, how the data collection methods discussed may help you understand the diverse needs of your students. 2. What are the benefits of identifying students' learning preferences and styles in fostering an inclusive classroom environment? Is the identification of students' learning preferences and styles will assist you to strategize about your teaching approach? 3. In your opinion, how recognizing individual strengths and weaknesses can improve academic outcomes and student engagement? Reflect in writing on these 4 questions using the Gibbs Reflective Cycle Guide, which will be shared with you in this module. Compile your reflection in the e-journal available within the e-learning platform in use in this self-paced online course. Share your reflections with your colleagues at work and also share them on the community of practice space, which will be shared with you. In conclusion, this lecture explores the gathering of data to identify student diverse needs as an essential practice in modern education. By employing various data collection methods such as formal assessments, surveys, classroom observations, and interviews, educators can gain a comprehensive understanding of each student's unique strengths, weaknesses, and learning preferences. Recognizing and addressing students' learning styles is equally crucial, as it allows educators to tailor their teaching methods to better engage students and enhance their academic outcomes. This informed approach enables the creation of personalized, inclusive, and engaging learning experiences that cater to the diverse needs of all students. Understanding and accommodating different learning styles not only improve comprehension and retention, but also adopt a more inclusive classroom environment where every student feels valued and supported. If you have any questions or challenges, please use the discussion forum named Questions and Answers of Module 4 to ask questions and answer other participants' questions as well. Thank you for your attention.